Football season only just begun, but it already feels like the playoffs at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site, where millionaires are being crowned all season long. One-week fantasy at DraftKings means no season-long commitments. It's fantasy football on demand. Play where you want, when you want, with the players you want. And with $1 million up for grabs every week, every game is the big game, and every play matters. So, 1st and 10 in the first quarter feels like 4th and goal with 1 second left. And a long touchdown run can mean more than just a victory for your favorite team. It can mean you've just turned your love of football into $1 million payday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play for free for a shot at $1 million in this week's Millionaire Maker event. Enter Spreaker for free entry now, only at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com.
The Doug Stewart Show presents another episode of Stories with Uncle Dougie, straight out of Monk's Corner edition.
So my best friend, man, Bubba, he gets on the bus, and he sits down, and he's, like, distraught. And I'm like, dude, what's going on? And we're on the bus on the way to school. We're like in 9th, 10th grade, and we're on the bus on the way to school. And he says, my old man, he shot a man last night. I was like, wait a minute. What did you say? And I had heard these stories before, and rest in peace, his daddy's name was Coconut. Coconut was a little guy, probably 5'5", about, 140 pounds. So he's a little dude. And little dudes, man, they don't got the tolerance to wrestle with you or fight or put up their hands or something like that, especially old cats like this where I'm from. He's like, my old man stumbled in 4 o'clock in the morning, and I met him in the hallway because he was extra intoxicated. And he looked at me and said, Bubba, I had to shoot a man tonight. And come to find out more of the story, now keep in mind, this was in 1985 or something like this. Coconut was probably in his late 50s. Early 60s, and once again, I told you, the story on the street was that he had done this many times before. Come to find out, Coconut had shot 4, maybe 5 people throughout his life in our little town in Monk's Corner, South Carolina. This is not a lie, and I know this seems like a story from the Andy Griffith Show, from Ernest T. Bass. This is not a lie. In my hometown, you can literally shoot people or shoot at people, connect on their lower extremities 4, 5, 6 times, and not go to jail forever.
The Doug Stewart Show.
Let me tell you about Travel by Stats. Travel by Stats delivers premium travel packages and provide excellence by focusing on assuring that their tour itinerary is clear. For destinations they've never taken, they even take the trip in advance of the actual one you're about to take. This ensures everybody has a great experience. They've been around since 1988 and have been operating here in Atlanta since 2000, starting from the ground up, but they now boast of a team operating in 5 states. Travel by Stats not only specializes in Caribbean destinations, they also provide a variety of reasonable, cost-efficient events by land, air, or sea. One of their big things is sports travel for football fanatics who live in Metro Atlanta. That's the fun way to go anyway. Here's some of their upcoming list of events. Giants at Cowboys, Falcons at Giants, Falcons at Cowboys, Cowboys at Saints, Patriots at Cowboys, and many, many more. Contact them at 855-266-6675, extension 700, for the owner, Maritza Wilmer. Again, that's 855-266-6675, extension 700. If you mention my name, Doug Stewart, you'll receive an extra 10% off your package. Travel by Stats. Where they don't sell travel, they sell fun.
Halloween build season approaches. If you're tired of digging around, make Back from the Grave your final destination. Select from over 11,000 costumes for everyone from infant to adult and everyone in between, even pets. Put your best or worst face forward with over 1,000 masks to choose from and makeup from simple face paint to professional cosmetics and prosthetics. Got props? We have your haunt or home covered, from simple home decor to movie quality and custom props you won't find anywhere else, and hundreds of animatronics to get the party jumping. Make your scenes complete with wide variety of projection effects, lighting, and digital decorations. And if you need help, you'll find books and video for makeup, prop building, airbrushing, and so much more. Don't forget to use coupon code HAUNTCAST for your 20% discount. Get back from the grave and get ready to party at www.backfromthegrave.co.
Speaking of back from the grave. Speaking of back from the grave, we are back from the grave. We had some technical difficulties, obviously, if you can tell, if you're back on listening to the show right now. Thank you for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show. This is a Man Talk Monday still. And once again, we did have a little bit of difficulties, but we are back. We are back. Thank you so much for sticking with your boy. Now, this is the reason why, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, this is the reason why we always tell you to follow the show. That's the first time that's happened to the show this past year, where we actually had a power outage in the building, and we lost the show. I mean, obviously this is online, so we totally lost the show. We had to come back in and reboot everything, but we are back. So we did have a break in the show for about 7 minutes. So we are back, man, and we 100% apologize to you for that on this Man Talk Monday. For everybody that stay tuned and when they got the alert that the show was back live, thank you very much. I tell you all the time, and this is a perfect example of it. Follow the show on Spreaker.com. Follow the show on Spreaker.com. Oh, boy. It's okay. We're kind of reminiscing and recapping from this past weekend, the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. A lot of people came to town, man. We partied like it was 1999 on Friday night, on Saturday night, as well as on yesterday for the Falcons-Cowboys viewing party. Great turnout for all the events. Could have been a lot better probably because of the rain, had a little bit to do with that, but it's okay. It's okay. We had a tremendous time. We're going to be posting a lot of pictures for the next couple of days around here, man, obviously, and letting everybody that wasn't able to make it but wanted to make it to see how we got down and how we really, really had a great time, all right? But let me read some more of your chat. What we do on Mondays, if you're just joining us for the first time, you don't know how we get down the Doug Stewart Show. What we do on Mondays is we get ballers and busters. Some people call them game balls and goats in the world of sports and entertainment and beyond. And read a lot of chat as well, so it kind of sparks up a lot of the conversation. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. We are actually a little bit behind as far as schedule. Kind of wanted to get everything reset. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to a break. And then when we get back, we'll be back full blast in earnest. And we'll start reading some more of your chat and getting your thoughts on your ballers and your busters. We got everything reset, all right? This is the Doug Stewart Show, sports talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce. Don't go away. Let me tell you about Travel by Stats. Travel by Stats delivers premium travel packages and provide excellence by focusing on assuring that their tour itinerary is clear. For destinations they've never taken, they even take the trip in advance of the actual one you're about to take. This ensures everybody has a great experience. They've been around since 1988 and have been operating here in Atlanta since 2000, starting from the ground up, but they now boast of a team operating in 5 states. Travel by Stats not only specializes in Caribbean destinations, they also provide a variety of reasonable, cost-efficient events by land, air, or sea. One of their big things is sports travel for football fanatics who live in Metro Atlanta. That's the fun way to go anyway. Here's some of their upcoming list of events. Giants at Cowboys, Falcons at Giants, Falcons at Cowboys, Cowboys at Saints, Patriots at Cowboys, and many, many more. Contact them at 855-266-6675, extension 700, for the owner, Maritza Wilmer. Again, that's 855-266-6675, extension 700. If you mention my name, Doug Stewart, you'll receive an extra 10% off your package. Travel by Stats. Where they don't sell travel, they sell fun. We're back. The two live studios are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! Football season only just begun, but it already feels like the playoffs at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site, where millionaires are being crowned all season long. One-week fantasy at DraftKings means no season-long commitments. It's fantasy football on demand. Play where you want, when you want, with the players you want. And with $1 million up for grabs every week, every game is the big game, and every play matters. So, 1st and 10 in the first quarter feels like 4th and goal with 1 second left. And a long touchdown run can mean more than just a victory for your favorite team. It can mean you've just turned your love of football into $1 million payday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play for free for a shot at $1 million in this week's Millionaire Maker event. Enter Spreaker for free entry now, only at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. So I'm reading some of this chat here, and that's all we're going to do right now is read chat, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. People commenting about how Roddy White killed him. How Devontae Freeman killed him. I'm one of those people where Devontae Freeman kills your team. So I had Tevin Coleman, and as insurance, I think I got him off waivers. I got Devontae Freeman off of waivers a couple of days ago, or maybe a couple of weeks ago, early in the season. And I put him in there yesterday. I was like, I don't have anything better, and I put that ninja in there, and he paid off. I won both. Both of my games are a wrap. I'm in 2 fantasy leagues. One for the Stews, the Two Live Stews Fantasy League that continues on. We're in like our 12th, 13th year doing it. As well as we started up a fantasy league for the Doug Stewart Show. And I have already handled both of my opponents. And I'll talk about it a little bit more on tomorrow after the weekend is done in earnest, after the Monday night game tonight between the Packers and the Chiefs. But my games are already a wrap, a R-A-P. Yeah, I think I might even have one more player tonight, but both my opponents don't have players, or if they have players, they're so far behind that they can't even catch a ninja. So, yeah, ball award to me for destroying in fantasy again this week. I am undefeated in both leagues, shawty. Yes, sir. I am undefeated in both leagues. Yeah. Oh, thank you for joining your boy. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let me read more of that chat, man, from a man, Brian Hill. It says, DeMarco balled out. DeMarco who? Oh, you trying to be funny? DeMarco Murray didn't play this past weekend. Ryan Matthews balled out of control for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I wonder if there's some type of controversy at the running back position. When DeMarco is healthy and he's ready to get back in there, I wonder if there is some type of controversy about the running back position for the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, they paid the franchise-type player money to DeMarco Murray, but he had, 11 yards and 21 carries in 2 games? Ryan Matthews gets in there, who was a first-round pick himself for the San Diego Chargers, did fantastic. Do you just keep Ryan Matthews in there? Does he understand the scheme more so than DeMarco Murray of Chip Kelly? You remember that was one of the reasons why they wanted to get DeMarco Murray and Sam Bradford, is because they ran the same type of offense at Oklahoma. And so they thought it would transfer to what Chip Kelly does in Philadelphia, but evidently that's not the case so much. Sam Bradford, speaking of which, was 14 for 28 this past weekend, 118 yards. Once again, just dinking and dunking down the field, averaging 4.2 yards per throw. 1 touchdown, no interceptions, but not really a big game as well. They do get the win. So I don't know. That might be a little bit of not of a quarterback controversy, but a running back controversy going forward for the Philadelphia Eagles. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Doug Stewart, what's happening?
What's up? Who's this?
T from Huntsville, sir.
T from Huntsville. What up, baby?
I ain't taking the day off, chilling in the man cave, trying to recover, sir. Enjoying the show.
T, you made it back to Birmingham, brother?
No, I made it back to Huntsville, sir. Watch yourself.
Huntsville, same damn thing. T, did you did you have a good time this weekend, brother? Did you have a good time?
Had a great time this weekend, sir. Had a great time, man. Y'all playing the great event, man. Everything was jumping. The meet and greet, black party was off the chain. Even the watch party, man, and the Artist Den and that place on Sunday, man. Nice spot, man. Real good food on that place on Sunday.
Where'd you go at Sunday night?
Oh, not Sunday night, but where we had the watch party.
Oh, okay.
Game.
Right.
Great food in that spot, man. I forget the name of the spot, man.
Yeah,
great food.
Yeah, Mardi Gras Cafe and Lounge. They do like Caribbean style food. They also do the basic like wings and stuff or whatever. But yeah, the food is very good there. Yeah.
Yeah, off the chain, man. Oh, and I just wanted to clarify something about the weekend. Now, Dog and Poodle Stewies, that Friday night at the Gentleman's Soiree. I just like to say that these jokers left me hanging, and I was a lone ranger up in that piece. I mean, the club was jumping, but as I looked around, I didn't see none other Dog or Poodle. I just wanted to clarify that.
Hey, T, let me jump in here and just say this, man. I planned along with a couple of my partners. I planned the entire list of events for the weekend, okay? And I keep forgetting that I'm not the young man that I used to be anymore. I planned the damn gentleman's soiree, and I couldn't even make it because we got so lit and we got so live at the meet and greet. I just couldn't do it, T. I couldn't do it. I apologize, man. I wanted to come out there and see some women do something strange for some change, but I couldn't do it, T. I apologize.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It's all good. I mean, it was a shoe show, so it wasn't a bad time at all. Yeah. But yeah, great weekend, though, man. Quick little point out, man. A huge bust for the Ed Hockey League for telling Cam he can't get a call because he's young.
Yeah.
That's the thing about the NBA I don't like. That's one of the rigged things they do is you don't give certain players calls. I don't want to see that in the NFL. If you get hit, a foul is a foul. They've been doing that to Mike Vick forever. Quite frankly, they do it to any quarterback that they see as mobile. And that's a clear advantage for a quarterback that can't move like a Brady or Madden. So huge bust for him.
Yeah.
And a huge ball for yourself, your staff, Tree, everybody playing the weekend, man. Great time. Oh, I had a great time meeting everybody, man. Sluggo, Vern, Andre, Grego.
Yeah.
Sam, man. Forgive me for anybody I'm leaving out, man. Great time meeting everybody. Big Vince, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was cool. Everybody was chill. And Doug and Ryan are the same people in person they are on the radio, man. So all to y'all, man. Good time, man. Good time. Good show always, man. Keep on doing what you're doing. I'm gone.
Appreciate the call, T from Huntsville. Yeah, Ryan came out Saturday night for the all-black party. I mentioned last week that he wasn't going to be able to make the meet and greet because my little cousin Dante, speaking of which, ball awards to my little cousin Dante, and I keep saying little. I keep saying little, and I guess it's just because of habit. But my little big cousin Dante and my little big brother Ryan, who are both much bigger than me, my cousin Dante is like 6'2", probably like 215, 220 pounds. But he went into our high school's Football Hall of Fame this past Friday. So ball award to my cousin Dante. I told the story last week, but I'll tell it again for new listeners. My high school has been around for over 100 years. We're kind of known as one of the powers in the state of South Carolina. And they just started this Hall of Fame thing probably like 6 or 7 years ago at my high school, where every year they do it like a Hall of Fame, like the Football Hall of Fame for the pros, where they induct a couple of people that were phenomenal in the sports spectrum at our high school. And Dante is the first quarterback that made it into our high school's Hall of Fame. That's saying a lot. All right, we've got 5 state championships, so none of the other quarterbacks deserve to get in this thing before my cousin Dante. They went undefeated his senior year. He had close to 3,000 yards passing. They were running that spreads type of stuff when he came out. He came out probably in what? Let's see. I came out in 88. He came out probably like 94, 95. And so they won a state championship. And he's the first quarterback to go into our Hall of Fame. Very, very proud. You always hear me talk about my Uncle Donnie. Hey, Doug. He talks like that. And so this is my Uncle Donnie's son. And so congratulations to my cousin Dante, man, for going into our high school's Hall of Fame. 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. From What Up Falcons, it says Roddy's going to be all right. I hope so. He's going to be all right. Andre Elon, Roddy White can block his ass off, though. Oh, you do know that part of the story, right? Roddy White was a state champion wrestler at James Island High School in the state of South Carolina when he came out. So, yeah, Roddy is a beast as far as blocking because he knows all about leverage and all of that type of stuff, man. So, yeah, he blocks his ass off every single week for the Atlanta Falcons. From Superstar, Roddy had a reception, Doug. I think that's the reception that they were talking. He isn't credited. I'm looking at his stats right now. He isn't credited for a catch. Somebody mentioned it earlier that he had that one catch, but they called it back. From Stringer, Hankerson is the new number 2. I said it before the season. Hank drops too many passes. From Eddie Mo 2.0, what up, Stewies? I'm recovering from TDSS Weekend. What up, Eddie Mo 2.0? Thank you, brother. Yes, sir. From Chuchi, he says, what the heck is up with Roddy White? I'm going to drop him today. I lost all my fantasy games because of him and Ben Raplesberger. Okay, that's not necessary. The man just got hurt this weekend. I don't know if Roddy, and we can go back and look at the stats and see at what position he was drafted average-wise in fantasy drafts this year. But I think in most people's minds, Roddy White is still a number 1. He's not even considered for most people, I think, at this point in his career, even though he's a little bit older, to be a number 2. You kind of looked at before the season started, it was like 1A and 1B. All right, and Julio's moved up to 1A, clearly. But I didn't look at Roddy. I've never looked at Roddy, as a number 2 receiver. Just because he plays with Julio, I guess technically he is. But I always thought that Roddy was a creme de la creme receiver in this league still. And evidently that's not the case. From Derek, is Roddy washed up? From Superstar, Ball Award to the Falcons O-line and the fullback. Yeah, Ball Award to the O-line and fullback. They did great. They did fantastic this weekend. They had some good holes opened up for Devontae Freeman, and he took full advantage. That kid runs downhill, and he's not the biggest guy in the world, man, but he runs downhill, lowers his pad level. He runs people over. Once again, not the biggest guy in the world, man, but runs with real power, and he's got speed. He one of them Florida boys, so you knew he grew up chasing rabbits. So I like what he did out there, man. I think you got to give him more of an opportunity, man. Whatever way you felt about him before, and maybe it was a situation where he was trying to get acclimated to the NFL, he has been acclimated. He is acclimated to the NFL right now. You got to play that guy and continue to see if you can get that type of production from him week in and week out. From J.B. Jennings, Andrew Luck sucked yesterday, but despite that, the narrative is how he brought his team back, even though he put them in that position. Buster Award to the media for giving that clown a pass. I agree to a large degree. From what I saw, the highlights, obviously we weren't paying attention to that game, but from the highlights, it looked like that he got them in this big hole, and they found a way to win the game. But it seems like there is a love affair for Andrew Luck. I definitely agree with that. From Emmett Bean, Ball Award to Arizona Cardinal defense. Grego, Devontae Freeman saved my fantasy football team. From Thorny Switch, can't hate. Young Bay Freeman showed out. Young Bay. Bay is new school for young kid or baby in a relationship type conversation. Yeah, Ball Award to Devontae Freeman. We get back from the break, man. I'm going to read more of your chat. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show. We're back. The Two Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! In life, things happen, good and bad. And being prepared is always important. If you're like me, a husband, a father, and protector of that family tree, then your family is the most important thing in the world. 95 million U.S. adults don't have protection in place. So, What I've done is put my protection in the hands of the largest and number one independent financial services company in North America, and that's Primerica. They look out for middle America because they believe that offering the most competitive premiums only benefits the client and have been doing so since 1977. If you're a parent, husband, or wife and want to discuss options with one of Primerica's top reps, then call my guy, Greg Wynn, at 678-439-7172. Again, that's 678-439-7172, and he'll put your family first. And hey, tell him that Doug Stewart sent you. Yes!
The best of the Doug Stewart Show.
I only want to see you only in the purple rain. Ow! Yeah! Woo!
The soulful sounds of Doug Stewart is not for everyone. Side effects may include delusion.
Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? And what do you want to talk about?
Man, this is Chico the Alpha. What's up, baby?
Chico the Alpha, how you doing, brother?
All I want to say is that I want to give my appreciation for that rendition.
From Run CNC. He says, what the hell is this? Who got 600 apples so that we can hear Doug sing another song? One song isn't enough. What the hell is this? That's from Run CNC. Thank you, Run CNC. People commenting on my singing a little bit. From Chef Ivan the Great. He says, we don't want to read that one. He's talking about a song called Acid Rain. I saw Purple Rain. Not Acid Rain, so I don't know what you're talking about, sir. From Gary Joyner. He says, I felt the pain in that song, Doug. Yes, you did. You felt the pain and the sorrow and the burden. Just like Prince. I could have been a stand-in for Prince and Purple Rain in the movie.
Other side effects include nausea, dry mouth, complete hearing impairment for a 24-hour period.
To the Purple Rain. Honey, I know times are changing. Woo!
And scientific studies have shown these sounds to be an effective contraceptive. The Doug Stewart Show. Sports talk. Straight, no chaser.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Man Talk Monday. Game balls and goats, ballers and busters. That's what we do today. Thank you for joining you, folk. Been meaning to talk about this all day. I'm sure you've seen the story of Brent Grimes' old lady, Miko. Miko Grimes. I want to talk about that in a second, but before I even get to that, shouts out to my folk from Strickland Security. Strickland Security, man, absolutely the best, or one of the best to do it in the city of ATL as far as protecting your home. They've got a lot of different programs going now where they'll actually do like a homeowners meeting to tell you about ways to help protect your subdivision, your neighborhood from crime. So they care more so just about than just selling you an alarm system, okay? They can sell you just a basic alarm system. They can fix the alarm system that you have, all at a very great rate, obviously, very, very cheap. Or you can go, all out and get the big boy alarm system Strickland Security can help in all facets, all right? So check them out online at StricklandSecurity.com. Once again, that's StricklandSecurity.com, and tell them that the Doug Stewart Show sent you. If you need help with your alarm system or getting a new one, holla at my folks at Strickland Security. Patronize some of our advertisers, man. Definitely great people, all right? And oh, yeah, if you'd like to advertise on the Doug Stewart Show, it's easy to do. Starting at just $5 for a 60-second spot, go to Fiverr.com, search the Doug Stewart Show or Stewart Media and Entertainment, and you'll see all the gigs that we offer. We offer advertising, voiceovers, and the big thing we're doing on the network, man, is we are broadcasting other shows, executive producing other shows on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. So if you got a great show but you don't have listeners, we can help you out with that. We have got listeners, close to 10,000 followers to the Doug Stewart Show. So check me out on Fiverr.com. All right, so back to the Miko Grimes story. I'm sure you've seen the video. Just search Miko Grimes and it'll pop up instantly. She got arrested by Miami police before their game with the Buffalo Bills. Speaking of which, ball award to Tyrod Taylor as he balls out of control. Ball award to him. 21 for 29, 277 yards, 3 passing touchdowns for Tyrod Taylor on the road in Miami. A pretty damn good defense. A defense that we talked about early in the year as being one of the better defenses in the league. Tyrod Taylor gets his second victory. The Buffalo Bills are now 2-1. Ball award to that young man. I'm happy for him. No turnovers. That's big. Quarterback rating of 136.7. Outplayed, just totally outplayed Ryan Tannehill, who threw 3 picks yesterday. The Buffalo Bills might be for real. They might be for real. I'm going to wait on them just like I'm waiting on the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to wait a couple more games, but that defense obviously was already good. Rex Ryan's obviously a great defensive mind. Now the new head coach, and the offense is putting up some points. So ball award to the Buffalo Bills. But back to the Miko Grimes thing. So she walks past this police barricade, and they tell her to stop. Allegedly, this is the story. They tell her to stop, and she doesn't. Now, if you know anything about Miko Grimes, Brent Grimes' old lady, she is off the chain. I know, studio audience, she is. We interviewed her several years ago when Brent Grimes played for the Atlanta Falcons. And I don't remember, and I should have called and asked my brother ahead of time what exactly happened or what went down. But she said so many outlandish things. Now, before we got her on the show, before we got her on, we had heard all of these things, and she had made all of these, bodacious statements in the press. She's always defending Brent and always saying that Brent doesn't get enough credit, which is probably true. What she's saying isn't true. But then she takes it a step further by calling people out, cussing folks out, and she's just very, very opinionated. That's an understatement. And so we had her on our show a couple of years ago, man, and she just went on this tirade, and I think she called out a bunch of people, and she's just like a person that keeps it so real, like that whole skit Dave Chappelle had a couple of years ago on the Chappelle Show. When keeping it real goes wrong, that is Miko Grimes. And you saw her. They were trying to put the cuffs on her. And you know this whole police brutality thing going on right now in our country. And they had her on the ground. And she's a woman still. They had her on the ground. They had like a knee on her back. And they were trying to put the cuffs on her. And she was squirming, trying to get from under it. And she was just cussing up a storm. It's a real, real bad look. It is. But if you don't know anything, if you've never heard of her before, never heard her talk before, I think she actually does radio in Florida, in South Florida. Once again, very opinionated and off the chain. No filter. Like, give me a person that has no filter, and Miko Grimes is them to the 10th power. Yeah. She just does not care. She has gone in on the NFL, and you know when you're a player's wife, there's like a certain unwritten decorum that they want you to keep as a family member. She's called out Roger Goodell. She's called out the Atlanta Falcons management. She's called out everybody, cussed them out. I saw this picture this morning on Facebook, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, where she's at this Dolphins game and she's got 2 middle fingers up to the crowd. Like, she's just off the chain. I mean, just off the chain. We actually had a commercial, and I don't remember once again what exactly she said in this commercial, but we had a commercial where we actually put clips from the interview that we did with her on said commercial. And she's just off the chain. So I don't know whether on a Monday we should give her a ball award for her being outspoken, because, you know, I love that. That's kind of like the platform in which I preach from is being outspoken. Okay. That's what I do around here, is I keep it real. But at the same time, I think she probably deserves more so of a buster for just acting a fool. But you know what happens a lot of times, and I've been in this situation before? If you do something before you have the chance to make it right with the police, they're trying to slap the cuffs on you. You know, and then they're talking to you any kind of way, disrespecting you. So I don't really want to make judgment. All I'm trying to tell you in this story is that Miko Grimes is off the chain. So I can see her probably, you know, doing something that was minor and then the police making a big deal out of it. I've seen that. I've been in that situation many, many times in my life. But at the same time, it was just a bad look. And based on her history, she probably did more so to deserve it than not. Once again, I'm not making a judgment because I don't know the story. But knowing her, she is off the chain. From Clay Davis's Sheed Advisor, BPA to all the Vic haters. From Busa, or Bussa, I always mess up your name, bruh. From Bussa, I hope Mike Vick does Freudian slip there. I hope Mike Vick does great for the Steelers and watch all the haters jump on his bandwagon. From Max Jones III, Vick would do better. I'm hoping he does his thing. He just got to protect the football. For Brian Hill, I'm rooting for Vick, but from past performance, I'm worried. Yeah, he has not been the same Mike Vick over the last couple of years that we saw early in his career. And I think you can attribute that to the fact that he's a little bit older. He's not as dynamic. He's not as explosive. But even him losing a step or two is 90% faster than most of the players in the league. From Ronald Cameron, Vic never played with a wide receiver as talented as Antonio Brown. I'll agree with that. He played with Roddy for many, many years. But I don't think Roddy, even at his best, is as dynamic as Antonio Brown is right now. From Matt, Vic was 5 of 6 Sunday. Laugh out loud, 83%, baby. From Stringer, Vic has been garbage for the last few years. Steelers are done. I totally disagree with you, Stringer. We'll see. As my man Matt just said, coming straight in off the bench, the Ninja was 5 for 6. Vic can throw the ball. You know what type of athlete he is. We'll see what happens after these first couple of weeks. From Thorny Switch, Fournette looked amazing in this game. And the last one, Fournette was looking like Herschel out there. I'm telling you. Now, obviously, the running back over the last couple of years has not received like the attention. The running back position has pretty much been diminished over the last couple of years because of all these passing attacks. But I think this might be the year, man. He looks dynamic out there. There have been a lot of good running backs, even with the Ball kid last year. Raheem Abdullah, the running back out of Nebraska. They had those big games where they rushed for almost 300 yards. But you never felt that they were or in the category or should be conversed about in the same conversation with a Herschel Walker or Bo Jackson, as I mentioned earlier. This Fournette kid looks like he belongs in that conversation. From Sluggo, the mighty LSU struggled against Syracuse, shaking my head, but Leonard Fournette didn't. From that Ninja. And they also said he had like an 80-yard touchdown that was called back. Are you kidding me? Unbelievable game this past weekend from that kid, Leonard Fournette. All right, 404-382-0338 is the number to the show. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What we're going to do today is we're going to give you bonus show. Bonus show. You remember on The Price is Right? Whenever somebody won both showcases? Bonus show, bonus show, bonus show. I ain't got to go see no men about a horse today. And we had the little issue with the show just dropping totally off air. First time that's happened this year. We actually lost power in the building for a half a second. Felt like it seemed like a power surge or something like that. And that's all it took. Just knocked us offline. That's the first time that's happened. So today you get bonus stew. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show. Let me tell you about Travel by Stats. Travel by Stats delivers premium travel packages and provide excellence by focusing on assuring that their tour itinerary is clear. For destinations they've never taken, they even take the trip in advance of the actual one you're about to take. This ensures everybody has a great experience. They've been around since 1988 and have been operating here in Atlanta since 2000, starting from the ground up, but they now boast of a team operating in 5 states. Travel by Stats not only specializes in Caribbean destinations, they also provide a variety of reasonable, cost-efficient events by land, air, or sea. One of their big things is sports travel for football fanatics who live in Metro Atlanta. That's the fun way to go anyway. Here's some of their upcoming list of events. Giants at Cowboys, Falcons at Giants, Falcons at Cowboys, Cowboys at Saints, Patriots at Cowboys, and many, many more. Contact them at 855-266-6675, extension 700, for the owner, Maritza Wilmer. Again, that's 855-266-6675, extension 700. If you mention my name, Doug Stewart, you'll receive an extra 10% off your package. Travel by Stats. Where they don't sell travel, they sell fun. We're back. The 2 Live Stews are back on air every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. on WGST. It's sports talk with hot sauce. Special thanks to our sponsor, Bruce Hagen, at Hagen-Law.com for making it happen.
640 WGST in Atlanta. Search 640 WGST on iHeartRadio worldwide.
Yes! Football season only just begun, but it already feels like the playoffs at DraftKings.com, America's favorite one-week fantasy football site, where millionaires are being crowned all season long. One-week fantasy at DraftKings means no season-long commitments. It's fantasy football on demand. Play where you want, when you want, with the players you want. And with $1 million up for grabs every week, every game is the big game, and every play matters. So, 1st and 10 in the first quarter feels like 4th and goal with 1 second left. And a long touchdown run can mean more than just a victory for your favorite team. It can mean you've just turned your love of football into $1 million payday. This isn't fantasy as usual. This is DraftKings. Welcome to the big time. Hurry to DraftKings.com now and use promo code Spreaker to play for free for a shot at $1 million in this week's Millionaire Maker event. Enter Spreaker for free entry now, only at DraftKings.com. DraftKings.com, that's DraftKings.com. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. It's the first time we've ever done this, man. Man Talk Monday, Ballers and Busters, giving you bonus stew, bonus. Whoop, whoop, whoop. We had a little issue a little bit earlier, so why not? I mean, I'm the boss around here. Why not keep it going? Don't have any errands or anything to do today where I have to get out of here real quick. So you get a little bonus too, man. Ball award to Notre Dame. It was only Massachusetts, but they look like they might be for real. The number 6 Fighting Irish, 62-27 over UMass this past weekend. Alabama handles their business over Louisiana Monroe, 34-0. Doesn't look very impressive to me. Ohio State kind of struggled a little bit earlier in the game with Western Michigan, but they do come out with a victory. And TCU and Texas Tech, I had this on in the hotel room before we were getting prepared. When we were getting prepared to go to the all-black party on Saturday night. Just whenever those two teams and Baylor and that Big 12, whenever they play each other, man, it's just an all-out shootout. And the offenses are dynamic, but I mean, that defense, the defense that they play in that conference, man, is just absolutely dreadful. 55-52, TCU finds a way to win this game, man. You remember last year they had the loss against Baylor, which was one of the reasons why a lot of people thought that they didn't make it into that Final Four playoff thingy. So they don't have the same thing happen this year in this big win against Texas Tech. Cliff Kingsbury, the head coach of the team. Remember, he played for Texas Tech back in the day, same style, where they just throw it around a million gazillion times a game. They are 3-1, man, playing good football this year, but they go down to TCU 55-52. The Boynton kid has another tremendous game. Trevon Boykin, 34 for 54, 485 yards, 4 touchdowns. Did you just hear what I said? Trevon Boykin, 34 for 54, 485 yards, and 4 touchdowns from this past weekend, man. And so when you talk about Heisman candidates, the program he plays for, we don't talk about them as much, but he's done it for the last couple of years. The man almost threw for 500 yards, no interceptions in a Big 12 game. Now, it is the Big 12, once again, and the defenses aren't that great from my perspective. But, hey, get a man some credit. He gets a ball award today as well. So it's him and Leonard Fournette, I think, are probably at the top of the list as far as the Heisman Trophy. For sure. Let me go ahead and grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
What's up, baby? This is Chief Rocket J. Vern.
Vern from Jersey. What up, baby? What up, Vern?
Man, I'm just chilling, man, you know. I woke up a little late this morning, man, but, you know, I'm down here in Thompson.
Hey, Vern,
power outage, man.
Vern, yeah, we had a little power outage, man, but we back. I'm giving y'all bonus stew today, 15 minutes of bonus stew. I don't know if you heard my shout out to you earlier, Vern, man, but, you know, every time you call this show, most of the time I have to put hot lead in your ass. But you party your ass off, Vern, and I appreciate you coming out and showing a lot of love this weekend, man.
Oh, man, you know, I couldn't miss it, man. You know, brothers coming from out of town, you know.
Yeah.
You know, we've been chatting for a year. I had to come and, you know, holler at the brothers, man. You know, I always support y'all, man, you know, whenever I can make it there. I used to go to more events, man, but, you know, my schedule, man, you know, I got like a big-time schedule these days, man.
Right,
you know,
right.
So, you know, I be trying to get it in, man, you know.
Right.
But, hey, man, I love dancing with Tree, man. She know how to make a brother, you know, do his thing, you know. Sir, they didn't know Tree had some footwork, man, you know. I'm gonna have to get out to a couple more events and see, you know, if Tree really know what she's doing, you know.
Yeah, Tree was feeling it this weekend, man. She, the only person that had a better time than her was you, probably. That's about it. Y'all made a great dancing couple out there.
Yeah, man, but you know something I meant to get on you about, man?
What's up?
Every time you make a prediction, I'm going against you. I'm going to the other team, man. Georgia Tech is looking like garbage.
Hey, Vern, let me say this. Let me say this in my defense, though, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. That is the worst prognostication that I've ever had on radio, ever. In the 15 years I've been doing this, I took a fly on Georgia Tech, man, and it made sense at the time when I explained why I did it. But, yeah, it's come back to bite me, man. That's absolutely horrible, man. Georgia Tech is horrible.
Yeah, man. Well, you know how that go, man. And to Falcon fans, you ain't going no Super Bowl. You're just on a hot little run right now. You know what I'm saying? You just barely beat us. Dallas just barely beat us. So you know what that means? The Giants still superior, man. We still on top, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely that, man. And your brother had a good time, man. Y'all keep chilling. And I'm going to be like a villain. I'm gone.
Appreciate the call, Vern. Man, appreciate the call, Vern. See, celebrating my 1-year anniversary, I didn't put hot lead in your ass today. You didn't have to turn your ass around, Vern. If you're new to the show, Vern, longtime listener, and every time he calls up here, I have to give him a couple slugs like that. But I didn't even have to do it today, man. Everybody's in a festive mood after the great weekend, the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show. Everybody's in a fantastic mood. From Ronald Cameron, I've got Big Ben in 2 of my favorite leagues, or 2 of my fantasy leagues. Good thing I have decent backups in Cam and Dalton. Yeah, I have the league where I have Ben Roethlisberger. I actually have Marcus Mariota as my quarterback on the bench. So I'm good, I think, because Mariota, even though they didn't win this weekend, and I don't have it up in front of me, and I'm going to try to get it here in a second, even though they didn't win this weekend, he had another good game. He had another pretty good game. No interceptions. Yeah, they lost to the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts get their first win this past weekend. But Mariota goes 27 for 44, 367 yards, 2 touchdowns, does have 2 picks. But you would think in a scenario where it was high scoring and they were trying to play catch-up, that they probably did throw a couple of throws that he wouldn't have done in a more secure situation. But not bad. I think I'm going to trot this kid out there. I got a waiver wire in for another quarterback request that I'm going to make, and they do the waiver wire thing midnight tonight, I believe. But we'll see. We'll see. If I don't get that guy, I'm feeling okay with putting Marcus Mariota in there in my starting lineup in fantasy football. All right, this is the Doug Stewart Show. Let me read more of your chat before I get out of here. Eddie Mo 2.0, Tree kicked it hard player, Andre Elam, Stewies. That tree of life can party her ass off. She is cool as the other side of the pillow. In the great words of Stuart Scott, rest in peace. Yes, sir. From Redland Kirk, well, Doug, Tree did have strippers for roommates. So Tree probably does know how to party. Laugh out loud. Yeah, we talked about this last week. It was revealed on the Doug Stewart Show that Tree actually was a stripper when she first moved to Atlanta, and I did say stripper. Now, she denies it, and I'm not saying that. I take that back. I'm just joking. But she used to live with a couple of strippers. Now, all I'm going to say to that is birds of a feather flock together. You kick it, I kick it. I need a ride to the strip club. You can stay and hang around. And maybe after you have a couple of drinks, you can take your clothes off too. So you can just assume what you want. Okay? I'm just saying. She lived with some strippers when she moved to Atlanta. From Ronald Cameron, Doug's Periscope video was very entertaining. Oh, yeah. I Periscope for like an hour at the all-black party, man. Real good stuff. Sandman, them Raiders trying to play some ball too. Doug going to be screaming Raider Nation again very soon. That's right. Raiders get another win this past weekend, man. David Carr, not David Carr, what's his name? Derek Carr looks fantastic, man, as a young quarterback. Amari Cooper balling out of control as well. The Raiders might be back. I'm not ready to go there yet because the Raiders have been so bad for so long. But they've showed a lot of moxie over the last couple of weeks, man. Get a big win over the Cleveland Browns this past weekend. No Johnny Manziel. They were rooting Johnny. They wanted Johnny Manziel to get back out there as quarterback. Josh McCown starts. They look absolutely dreadful from the highlights that I saw in the first half. He does have a better second half, but they go down to the Oakland Raiders. Derek Carr, 314 yards passing, 2 touchdown passes. And once again, man, Amari Cooper looks like the real deal. And everybody says he was the real deal. 8 receptions, 134 yards, no touchdowns. That rushing attack for the Oakland Raiders is looking fantastic this year, as well as for that Murray kid. Tawan Jones as well did some pretty good things for the Oakland Raiders. So the Raiders might be back. The Raiders just might be back. Yeah, let me read more of your chat. This is the Doug Stewart Show. From Max Jones III, just win, baby. Woodson's still that dude. Sweet interception in the clutch. On to Chi-Town, who lost this past weekend. The Bears might be the worst team in football. Speaking of which, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You got bonus stew here today. The Bears get absolutely destroyed this past weekend by the Seattle Seahawks, 26-ish. If we weren't on radio, I would say the word, but 26-ish this past weekend by the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, another solid game. Ball award to him. Jimmy Clausen, 9 for 17. The man passed for 63 yards in an NFL game. Wow. Sacked twice. He had even a lower completion percentage, yardage percentage than who did I mention earlier? Just dinking and dunking. Sam Bradford, 3.7 yards per throw for Jimmy Clausen. He's just absolutely horrible. Absolutely horrible. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. More of this chat. From Cleo to 72 Tree, can you lift my saints up in prayer? And anyone else that can get a prayer through, I am so serious about this that I went to the altar of church yesterday. Not really, but I should have. From that ninja, busted to the rest for not giving Cam a call. We talked about that earlier. From J.B. Jennings, just think if Cam had Lux weapons. Yeah, true. T.Y. Hilton and Andre Johnson and those guys. From Harvey Scott, a huge-ass bust award to my Niners and Kaepernick. Then just had me on that oil heavy after watching that ish. From Nine on the Rhino, Doug, can we please take time out of the show to have a moment of silence for the New Orleans Saints? Pour some liquor on them. R.I.P. Yeah. That great run that the Saints had for many, many years, man, looks like it's come to an end. It looks like Drew Brees, he didn't actually play yesterday. Or did he play and then McCown came in for later? in for him later. One of the McCown brothers, they both absolutely suck. Jake and Josh. From Grego, Falcons' next 4 to 5 games look like they could be wins for them. Yes, I hope so. Big Ball Award to the Atlanta Falcons. Dan Quinn making adjustments at halftime. Devontae Freeman, Ball Award. Matt Ryan as well. We'll give him one too. And Julio Jones, they get the Ballers of the Day, the Weekend Awards from the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir. All right, y'all got a little bonus stew today, man. Hopefully we won't have any issues again with this. Once again, first time it's happened where we lost power in studio totally. All the lights went off and everything for half a second, like a little power surge thingy. And so hopefully we will be good going forward. All right. Thank you to everybody that tuned in today. Once again, shouts out to all of the Stewies and all of the Stewies that came to town this weekend and came and joined me at the 1-year anniversary of the Doug Stewart Show, a weekend. Shouts out to the Tree of Life. Party animal you are. Ball Award to her. Thank you, Tree, for everything that you do. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you to Waterhead Walter, Dwayne Bassan, Gerald Oliveri. Thank you guys for all that y'all do. The engineers. It wasn't your fault we lost power. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we'll do it again tomorrow, man. Same Doug Stewart time. Same Doug Stewart channel. All right? Peace.